Hey everybody, what's up? I am here in Toronto, Canada. We just got done with the 888 Toronto meetup. I am here with no other than Andy Pliskin, who is, my eighth subscriber,
Something like
fourth
that.
subscriber, vice versa. We've known each other since the beginning of our experiences on YouTube, pretty much. So this was a huge deal to finally meet and hang out and
It was like January, February '07, wasn't it? It's like,
February, maybe late January of 2007.
yeah.
So we've been Skyping and emailing, and pretty much this is cool. This is Andy's one of the main people I've wanted to meet in person for a long time. Andy, what is your take on this? Is Andy's first meetup.
It
I've
is.
been to a couple smaller ones. What's your take on the YouTube meetup?
It's in some ways it's what I thought it was going to be. In other ways, it's not even close. I thought I would just be really casual when I first met people, but the initial meeting of different YouTubers, I was just much more awkward than I cared to
Like
admit.
meeting me.
Yeah,
He
like I
was
met you and I
nervous.
was like really nervous, trying to make a good first impression. But considering the hours and hours we've logged in Stickam rooms and Skype chats, it doesn't really mean a first impression. We've talked
But you
lot
really
of hours.
caved into yourself. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I got really introverted and freaked out, and now after a couple 2 or 3 hours,
Yeah.
I was much better.
Now, what about other YouTubers that you heard of? You know, the ones that will appear in all these other videos.
Yeah, well, I watched Katie vlog because I was subscribed to her.
Yeah, Katie, you saw in my other one. She's actually one of my roommates. Through
Right.
Mike, so that's pretty cool.
And I'd watched her for a little bit, so I was kind of interested to meet her, but I wasn't there was no starstruckness there. But the rest of the bigger people in your room, or who were hanging out with you, I don't know if they're in your room, Christopher Mast and B. Nestle and Genetic Blend. I just met those people this weekend, but I'm not subscribed to them yet, and I'm not a big fan of them. So not that I'm not a fan of them, but I'm. Oh, that's great. No, I wasn't. I
They
had,
don't watch this. They
Right.
don't watch my videos.
Yeah, I wasn't not subscribed to them, and I hadn't watched their videos in a long time, so there wasn't anything to be starstruck about. But there were other people around me who were starstruck to meet them, so it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I wasn't starstruck. It was weird with Katie because she has like 10,000 subscribers.
Right.
But she is so down to earth and just
Yeah.
thinks how the fame side of it is stupid.
Yeah, it's so
That
funny.
I learned a lot from her actually about where my ego fits into place on YouTube.
If you ever get the opportunity, just ask her about her subscribers and how much that means to her, and she'll just. It's not a big deal.
It changes. Even I've been talking to you about subscribers and numbers and how different it all means just after doing this with people, our
Right.
friends and stuff.
And the people who are supposed to be the really big deals, you meet them and you talk to them for a few minutes, and you say, oh, and someone leans over and says, he's a big deal on YouTube, and you're like, oh, okay. And people are really nervous to meet each other. It's odd to me.
The people that were big, like the Happy Slips, Sexy Phil, they, in their defense, they had a lot of people coming at them. Like Phil walked in the room and everybody ran to him, and he liked it. He loved it. But I think that's their only way to know how to deal with it.
Right.
Now, today at the Science Center, it was very geared towards the front page YouTube celebrities, as they called them at one point.
Right.
And that was the point a lot of the community people actually left
Yeah.
the gathering. The gathering to me was meeting Andy, hanging out with Mike, meeting Andy and Samar, meeting Mike, or hanging out with Mike since Tuesday night. Today is Saturday.
Yep, Saturday night.
Hanging out, like you said, with Brian and Joe and all of these people I have become friends with. Maria, finally got to meet Maria, and it seems normal. It actually seems normal hanging out with you, too. Definitely, if you get a chance, go to these gatherings. But these big ones, this is different because our community hung out, and then there's all these little kids doing
Yeah.
the starstruck thing, which was weird. Like people, like a group of people running to see Happy Slip or whatever.
Yeah, it was really bizarre.
Yeah. So we kind of have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the real gathering time to me was when we got everybody into one of the rooms in the Science Center, and you were just walking around mingling with people. and like they had an open mic where people could like play guitar or just be stupid and goofy amongst this very casual, informal gathering where people could just walk up to each other and say, "Hi, how's it going?"
Yeah.
And they interrupted this with an announcement saying, the big YouTube celebrities are going to be here, and they used the line, "Then the show will start. Then the main event happens," and it was almost like an insult, like, well, you guys are cool, but it won't really be a party until the big guys.
To those of us that are more in the community, that aren't part of that interact with each other, that was like offensive. Like,
yeah,
we were like,
that was a slap in the
this
face
sucks.
to some of
This
us.
sucks, yeah. But overall, it was cool, and there were a lot of people. I don't know if they had 1,000 people there, like they said. They were maybe
No, they were actually, I don't know. They didn't get the turnout they thought they would, but it was still like 400 or 500 people.
Yeah. So now there's a lot of just, you can tell, mini gatherings happening. Like I was able to spend a good part of the afternoon yesterday with Andy and Samar, just hanging out. And there's been a lot of partying in my room.
Yeah, your room is like a mini gathering in and of itself.
It is the party room, which they wouldn't have seen from the previous video.
Right.
Um,
Not at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. I have no idea what day it really even is.
It all blurs together.
Yeah. So, and it was just weird seeing these people just hanging out with so many people I've been watching since the past year. Genetic Blend, I've been watching since March of 2007. It was really cool to meet him for the first time. I drove here with B. Nessel, with Brian, who I've Skyped with once or twice, and it was just weird how not weird it was. I mean, we've been ripping on each other the whole weekend, or the whole weekend. Same with Maria, and just it was so great meeting a lot of my friends on here. I just wish some of my other friends could be here, but actually a lot of my friends are at this one, so this is cool. But the actual gathering, the give and take, or the gathering wasn't necessarily the meeting at the Science Center.
No, I thought it was, yeah.
The gathering is more this whole thing, and just us all being here and like hanging out ourselves, and after the thing last night, hanging out in the bar, just chilling out and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, that's more the gathering.
It's like till like the wee hours of the night, just hanging out with people and
Night?
because morning,
5 a.m.
yeah, 3, 4, 5 a.m. That's when the good stuff happens because you can actually have conversations with people, and it's not. You go a lot further past the whole like small talk. Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah.
The whole bit.
Yeah, so it's cool, and I'm glad Andy got to chill out and kind of see the community side a little bit, what I see. I think that was really cool, just from a different perspective. And I saw it too, and it was cool talking to like Brian and to Katie, who both have such a healthy ego to themselves about what all of this craziness means, the subscribers and the view counts and the partnership program and all the stuff we all complain about, how little it kind of really means if you take it too seriously. And that's, I think, what I really got out of all of this.
It just gives you a lot of good perspective on things, which is
a healthy perspective.
And you'd think that perspective, like that, it really, like the subscribers and the views don't really matter that much. You'd think that would make you say, well, it doesn't matter if I YouTube as often, or it doesn't matter if my videos are that good. It makes me want to do even better, make better videos, and really expand the base of who I interact with. But at the same time, I don't derive my self-worth from that quite as much.
Well, I think it makes you want to build up a community more.
Right.
And friends and stuff, so, yeah. Well, we should end this.
Sure,
8
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, that's about right.
This isn't quite the party vlog the last time. There probably will be a couple more of those. But we needed to get on camera together because we have been talking about doing this. And hopefully this isn't the last time you see the two of us on the same video, because we have some stuff planned.
You're going to the Philly gathering next summer, right?
I wasn't planning on it, but we will see. Because I wasn't planning on going to South Tube and 888 either.
Plans change.
According to Trevor Rieger, I'm a YouTube gathering whore.
There are worse titles that could be bestowed on you.
Yeah, it's cool that he needs to talk about me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. That is all for now. You need to do the outro.
All right. Have a good day, guys. See you later.